Internet, what's up? It's your boy Alan back with another video. And dude, I just got a haircut. Guess how much this cost? $100. My old haircut with a quick fade was like 28. But I'm embracing this long hair phase of my life. We'll see how long this lasts. But in this video, I want to talk about how a lot of things worth having is on the opposite of discomfort. So you got to go through some kind of uncomfortable thing. There's levels to it though. There's small little discomforts that you need to overcome to achieve certain thing. For example, if you want to get fit, you want to get to 15% body fat. There's some uncomfortable things you're going to have to do in trade-off to get fit. You're going to have to start going to the gym, maybe 3 times a week, lifting weights, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and you're gonna have to do it when you don't want to do it. You got a long day at work, you just had a long day in general, but you want that fit body. So you're gonna have to go to do some exercise, whether that's lifting weights, solid core is really popular, going for a walk or run. You just gotta do it. And on top of that, you're also going to have to sacrifice certain comforts you might be enjoying already. Late night snacks, eating chips, Oreos, ice cream. I used to love that. Then I got older. My metabolism is not as quick as it used to be. So I had to cut that out. I used to have a really nice late night ritual of eating a pint of ice cream. I got fat. I realized, hey, I'm not 18 years old anymore, and I can't just burn it off by sleeping. I'm gonna have to cut it out, or I'm gonna have to exercise and run and do a bunch of cardio, and that's not easy. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna have to cut out something really comfortable and changing that habit. It was uncomfortable because I'm so used to eating something sweet at night, and then I had to tell myself, hey, can't do that anymore. It's uncomfortable lifting weights. You're sore the next day, your muscles are breaking, tearing, and then after that it repairs and it grows bigger. But that's a small little uncomfortable thing. Another thing is something I'm going through a lot right now is the interview cycle. It's uncomfortable hopping onto the interview and doing this monkey dance of people ask you a bunch of questions, you gotta answer them confidently, concisely, and clearly. And I've done so many interviews, I always get a little nervous before each of them. Actually, the nervousness has gone down over time, but I still get a little nervous. It's uncomfortable hopping on the job interview cycle and doing presentations and doing the song and dance. But on the other side of that is that uncomfortability is, hey, I'm getting a little bit better each time I'm interviewing, and I know how to answer certain questions for certain roles. And then on the other side of that is I'm trying to get a job that pays me money. So the uncomfortability of getting rejected, going through so many interview cycles, you have to embrace that uncomfortability to get that job. And then that discomfort, I would say it's mid-level discomfort. There's a lot larger discomforts. And I feel like the larger or the riskier thing you do, you have a larger proportion of it being a higher payout. For example, is you could think about some of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world. Think about Jeff Bezos. It's uncomfortable for him. He started working at a very prestigious, I think, bank or something, D.E. Shaw, as somebody in finance. He quit this prestigious career path to start Amazon.com. And when you quit a prestigious job, you're not getting that salary anymore. You're not getting the clout that you could say, I work at this company. And you're starting from ground zero. It's a huge risk. It's extremely uncomfortable because you have a certain living style. You're not gonna be able to sustain that anymore unless your business starts making hella money. And to be able to embrace that discomfort, and ultimately he became a billionaire, built a really successful company. But I bet you along the way, it's not easy going from a stable corporate job to building a business, but that did really well. And that discomfort is way bigger proportion than me interviewing for a job because he took a bigger risk, but his payout was rewarded with that huge risk because he got billions of dollars now, and he's probably doing a lot of cool things now, a lot of freedom. So discomfort is just a part of life, and you gotta get through it so you can get the things you want. For example, again, if you want to talk to a really pretty girl that you could be your wife, but hey, you might be a little nervous. You might get rejected. Dude, being rejected, it's not ideal. I've been rejected from job interviews so many times, girls so many times. But anytime I don't get rejected and it works out, I'm like, wow, that was great. It was really worth the risk. But that initial discomfort of the butterflies or your heart starts racing, it's gotta be able to override that and do it, because the payout is gonna be worth it if it works out. And for me making these videos, I think, hey, it's uncomfortable at times. Picking up the camera, speaking to this thing, it's not easy. I gotta edit the videos, I gotta think of topics. Uncomfortable. But I'm building something that looks and feels like me, build a little community here. And beyond the financial reward, I get a lot of psychic reward, because I feel like even though it's uncomfortable, people can judge my takes, my views, and maybe the views aren't doing well. It's not ideal when the views are low, but hey, I'm willing to go through that discomfort because, first of all, I enjoy the creative aspect of it. I enjoy sharing my thoughts and my experience with people. Hopefully people can learn from it. And it's also good for me too, because I can reflect back on it and I can share my experiences, and it's nice to put something out in the world that you created. And that's what I get from these videos. And on the other side of that, hey, there's an opportunity here for me to build a community, maybe generate revenue one day from this channel. And it might not be as quick as I expected to be, but if I keep showing up week by week and going through this comfort of filming the video, editing the video, and putting myself out there for people to watch, I don't even know who's watching it. It's not easy, I'd say, but anytime I go through the process of filming this video, editing it, and putting it up there, I feel so good. And it's uncomfortable at times while I'm doing it, but once I get out there, I'm like, wow. I just start smiling, I feel good about everything. And it's because I know that I'm doing something I really want to do. It's just I have this need to get it out there, and it's something I can control, and I know it may or may not pay off, but I'm willing to go through that discomfort, because on the other side of it, I think there's a reward that might pay off for me financially as well as psychologically. So that is my stream of thought video for today. I want to encourage everybody to do something a little bit just uncomfortable. Small things. They can be small things like getting to the gym, going for a walk, going for a run. And then there's bigger life choices you can make down the line, like starting your own business or your career. I remember when I was trying to pivot into product marketing, I got rejected from so many product marketing manager roles, and that was so uncomfortable. But after each interview, I learned what questions, I learned how to answer them, and eventually I was able to land my product marketing manager roles I wanted. So it was uncomfortable at times, but made it out on the other side to a career path that is more in line with my long-term interests. Well, that's the stream of thought video for today. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.